Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple.
With all due respect, Mr. Cuban, I think Trump's current cabinet picks would have something to say about that. Example being Cam Bondi, the former Attorney General of the state of Florida. And the media is already terrified. Let's check it out.
Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear, because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job. So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember, Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that. Florida has enacted all sorts of rules and laws to curtail students and what they can do on campuses and finding legal justifications for manipulating education money. She is a dangerous and effective pick, and that's frankly worse than what we would have got with Matt Gaetz, even with the deplorable moral background that he has.
Yeah, and I want to discuss that with a little more depth with both of you, including her record on civil rights, LGBTQ rights, and other issues that are front and center.
Yeah, that's this is a dangerous pick in a good way. She's going to be very effective, and the left is terrified of her. She was a prosecutor for 18 years, Attorney General of Florida for 8 years. I think she's way more qualified than Matt Gaetz, who is an attorney. He did go to law school and he worked in a firm. He won some cases, but he doesn't have the extensive background like Pam Bondi does. This is why she will be very effective.
These criminals made one very big mistake. They wound up in Polk County. And I'll tell you, it's bad enough in one thing to profit from poisoning others, but it's another when you bring drugs from Mexico into our country, California, Texas, Georgia, and end up in our state and do it with impunity. Because when you're in this country illegally and you're doing things illegally, I want to tell you, and you wind up in Polk County, Grady Judd is going to find you, the DEA is going to help them, and my statewide prosecutors are going to lock you up for as long as we can.
And we're going to enjoy it.
And each of these defendants are looking at 30 years in Florida State Prison for conspiracy to traffic drugs.
I mean, look at that. I mean, this is who we could likely, I think she has a very good chance of getting confirmed into that position. She's way less controversial than Matt Gaetz, who dropped out. You know, he was dealing with a lot of controversy with the allegations and ethics and all things like that. Of course, they found nothing, but he didn't want that distraction. He didn't want his nomination to be a distraction to Trump, and I fully agree with that. But here's more of Pam Bondi.
Prior to being Attorney General of Florida, I was a career prosecutor for 18 years. I prosecuted hundreds of jury trials in a courtroom very similar to the one today. Yet I've never seen anything like this. A judge is supposed to be a neutral arbiter of facts. First of all, this case was declined by many years from the Southern District of New York, by the Department of Justice, by multiple jurisdictions. Yet they bring it on the heels of a presidential election.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to be a nightmare for the left. Let's keep going.
Well, I was a prosecutor. I was a homicide prosecutor for 18 years. I was Florida's first female Attorney General, and I was special.
You hear that, Mark Cuban? Florida's first female Attorney General.
Advisor to Donald Trump, Office of White House Counsel, but most importantly, I'm his friend. And I was in that White House, and we all know he surrounded himself with a lot of brilliant women. How many women here tonight support Donald Trump? And backstage, look at these beautiful women sitting behind me. Sorry, guys, in the front row. Donald Trump, that was the greatest gift Mark Cuban could give Donald Trump, I think, by saying something so ignorant and stupid. So I have a message for Mark Cuban. From all of us here tonight, underestimate us. This is going to be fun.
Whew. And CNN legal analyst acknowledges that she is very qualified for this job.
Pam Bondi is, without a question, qualified to be Attorney General. She's been a prosecutor for 20 years in Florida. For 8 of those, she was the Attorney General of the state. That's a very big, very complicated job, and that level of experience is on par with or better than most United States Attorneys General that we've seen over the past 50 years or so.
Look, I'll say it again, excellent pick. I like Matt Gaetz. I think he's a tough guy. And Trump picked him because apparently the people he interviewed, Trump was not impressed with. Matt Gaetz went in there and said, I'm going to start chopping heads, going to get things done. I think Trump liked that. He's very loyal to Trump and a staunch defender of him, and he would ruffle the feathers. But yeah, it did come with a lot of controversy. The left went after him like crazy, and you already have senators saying that apparently there's like Murkowski, no surprise, Mitch McConnell, Susan Collins, we're not going to support him. But Pam Bondi, I think, will without a doubt be confirmed. And look, she's pretty, she's tough, she's experienced, she knows how to handle the media, and she's not going to cave to the left. She has been a conservative. She's a lifelong conservative. As far as I know, she's very conservative, tough on law and order. She's tough on human trafficking and illegal immigration. This is an excellent pick, and I cannot wait to see her as Attorney General. Look, she's a huge upgrade from what's his name, Merrick Garland. Huge upgrade, and also whoever Trump had, Bill Barr. I mean, yeah, come on, and I mean, a lot of those people, Trump, were not exactly loyal to Trump in the way we'd have liked them to. But she's a staunch supporter of Donald Trump. And then you look at this, she was in part of the America First Policy Institute. She was the chair, Center for Litigation, and co-chair, Center for Law and Practice for America First Policy Institute. So she is more than qualified for this position. And the left is their head's going to explode way more than Matt Gaetz because, like I say, he's controversial, but she's not very controversial. She's just tough, and she'll get things done. So great pick, Donald Trump. I'm excited to see her as the Attorney General to go after criminals and uphold the rule of law. I cannot wait till Merrick Garland is gone and see Pam Bondi in this spot. But all right, guys, I'm going to leave that right there. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.